about a little bit. Adrian, what's good?
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, what you wear absolutely defines you, right? Because it's a decision that you make. That's how you choose to show up in public. You know what type of attention that you are going to get. It's not a matter of if it's right or wrong or how it should be. It's a matter of what is. So if you show up like that, you know what's coming your way, and that's how you are going to be looked at as a woman who is okay having certain body parts showing, as a woman who welcomes that attention, because that attention is going to come. You can't sit here and be like, oh yeah, I should be able to wear whatever I want to wear and not expect men to. It's not going to happen. So if you put it on and you know what to expect, how can you then not take responsibility for what comes on with it? So it absolutely defines you.
Hmm. What you think, Mike?
Hold on, Dana. Don't,
Oh,
don't,
go
don't,
ahead.
don't, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I was about to come for you
I
a little
didn't say
early. I said it
anything.
was too early to, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
I didn't say nothing. I'm waiting patiently.
But you know, a lot of what is it? 80% of communication is nonverbal, isn't it? So
Right. So he heard exactly what I was saying.
what was it? I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, you're not responsible for other people's actions. I understand what you're saying, and I agree to an extent. But at the same time, you're not responsible for how somebody responds to the way that you choose to live your life and represent yourself. Because
So,
then it gets a little sticky. Then you get into the conversation about like, and this is obviously an extreme, but
mhm.
then it gets into the conversation about assault and rape and stuff like that. And you don't get to blame people because of your fucked up actions, because you were
Absolutely.
provoked by, because you're attracted to somebody or power, whatever it is that's making people behave the way that they do. You're not responsible for that.
Right. But at the same time, the decisions you make play a role in it as well too. Right. So just like a wife who don't want to sleep with her husband and her husband goes and cheat, yeah, he still made the decision, but the things that you do still directly impact it. If you're
I
a
agree with
woman
that.
and you go somewhere half naked with your titties and stuff hanging all out, or you hanging out at a frat party with a bunch of people who drinking and something happened to you, you still chose to put yourself in that situation.
I
So
agree with
definitely
you.
it's not your fault. I'm not saying, hey, like nobody should ever rape somebody or feel like they have the right to touch anybody. But the decisions you make have consequences too. And you can put yourself in different situations where the outcomes for certain negative things can be a lot higher.
I agree.
All right, we back on the same page then.
Mike,
I
what you think, Mike?
Yeah, yeah. I hate to hear when women speak up in defense of men as pick me behavior. I think that's nonsense. I think there's decorum. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go to a job interview in a bikini because you know better. You know what I'm saying? And I think you know we're in this whole women empowerment, making a stallion, sexual liberation. But at the same time, you want to wear what you want, but you don't want to be seen as a sexual item. You got to pick one. You know, I think if you have your tits out and a guy looks, it's because you have your tits out. And I refuse to believe that y'all don't dress for the male gaze. You know what I'm saying? You wear these items, you go to a club, you want attention. And so to think that what you wear doesn't have some sort of reaction is ridiculous. But at the same time, I do agree that doesn't mean that somebody should assault you, that somebody should touch you without asking. But if you get looks, it's because obviously what you have on is attracting the eyes.
Mike, do you think even what about when people are gawking and catcalling? Do you think that there's some culpability for the person wearing the clothing there as well?
I think there's a way and approach. I think catcalling is only inappropriate if you're not interested. If the woman's interested, it's not called catcalling; it's called talking.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Interesting. Mary, what up?
What's up? So it matters. It matters. I feel like it will define you. I don't know about how anybody else is, but like with me having daughters, like I'm gonna always watch how they dress, or I'm gonna always make sure they're not in a situation where they're under, yes, rape and shit like that shouldn't happen, but at the same time, you got to present yourself in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's not, just like A said, like it's not anybody's fault. Like I wouldn't, blame a victim for that or whatever the case may be. But if we can't trust other people to protect us, we have to protect ourselves. And if you walking around with your ass and your titties out, you know what I'm saying? It brings that attention, unwanted attention. You know what I'm saying? And that just opens the door for a whole lot of things that we could have avoided. Not saying you got to be turtleneck the goddamn whatever the fuck on your feet, closed up, whatever. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, be decent. I know I'm going to always teach my girls that because it does really matter.
Speaking of girls, if I could find this tweet, if I could send it to you, there was a picture of Diddy's daughters floating around, and women were literally saying, damn, they're so hypersexualized now. They don't have any role models that dress appropriately. And so now the next set of teenagers are going to dress worse because they're going to think that this is acceptable. I'm going to see if I can find it for you.
Okay. Yeah. If Shad share it to me, I can share it. Damn. So what about the influence on the younger people, Ieasha? Is there a responsibility that you owe? The older generation has?
I definitely think that there's a responsibility. I have a niece that's in college. You teach and you show her how to dress. Her mom is always on her about what she's wearing, her hygiene, and what people view her as. But like everyone else said, it's a time and a place.
I remember, a few episodes back, they were twerking at a fourth, decent restaurant that was black owned, and the guy came out and yelled at them for twerking. They were about our age. I vaguely remember you being a proponent of said twerking. So does that coincide with setting a good example?
Wait. I said that they should be. Pull up the receipt because I don't think I said that they should be.
Hey, Ish, you said, hey, twerking is twerking. Everybody twerk.
People grandmother be twerking. Yes, twerking.
Yeah, that's the exact thing you said last time.
That's what people doing, but still, it's a time and a place where you do it at. If it's a classy restaurant, I'm not going to be champion. Oh, shake your ass in this restaurant. It's a time and a place.
But I remember you blamed the music.
Kim, you're gonna have to pull up receipts because I'm drawing a blank.
I got a good memory,
and I'm getting a little old. But like I've always said, it's a time and a place. Yes, dressing like when I go to church, I'm modest. When I go out, I'm looking like pick me. Yes, I'm trying to get chose. So it's a time and a place.
Move to your right a little bit. You kind of out the screen. Now, Alex always stays on code. So you see how stoic she's being because she remembers, but she doesn't want to out you.
That's
what happened.
I said no such thing. Don't it.
I can tell how I had a demeanor. But I guess my question is, if it's okay to twerk, it's not okay to dress.
Yeah, I know I said it's a time and a place. I know I always said it's a time and a place.
You said people grandmas twerk now.
They do. But it's a time and a place. Where you twerk at is you're not twerking in church. You're not twerking in the classroom. You in the club, you twerking. Okay, that's fine. If you want to dress like Mother Teresa in church, let you dress like Mother Teresa in church. If you going to the club, if you want to show a little leg, a little thigh, a little breast, then have at it. It's a time and a place.
And then and then anything that comes with that, you expect that, or you're not surprised by it, right?
I'm definitely not surprised if someone puts their hands on me and grabs me where I don't want to be touched. I'm surprised by that. But just looking and saying something, I'm not surprised by it.
Okay. What you think? Yeah, man, I can.
Nah, it's all love, though. It's all love, yo.
All right, Adrian. Let me end the fuck. You know what? Get him out of here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.